Hello everyone, this is Outstar and welcome to World of Darkness news in the super exciting week, not only in between of two big Vampire the Masquerade game releases from Bloodhunt, the multiplayer game that just released 2 weeks ago and is now going through the post-launch period of trying to make sure that everyone is happy with the game, and Swansong that comes just next week where you will have a very single-player story-driven experience. So something for everyone, and not only we are very much focused on the video games releases right now, but we of course have a very big TTRPG release coming soon. Hunter the Reckoning, already announced, already previewed, but we do have a lot more to show. And today joining me is going to be Jordan, community manager from Renegade Game Studios, talking more about what is awaiting us in Hunter. So let's see if Jordan is waiting for us there. Hello, Jordan. It's so nice to have you here today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So Jordan, let's start from the very beginning. This is the first time you are a guest on World Darkness News. Could you introduce yourself to our audience?
Sure. So I'm Jordan Gata. I'm the community manager over at Renegade Game Studios. I do a lot of stuff on the Discord, Facebook. You may have seen me posting different announcements for other content drops. And I'm really excited to be here. I love you guys' stream, so thanks for having me.
That's great. And today, speaking of announcements and speaking of things that we need to update the community about, the big thing is coming. Hunter the Reckoning, that was already teased in a variety of ways to our community. I would like to ask you, what was your contact with Hunter the Reckoning so far?
So I had never read the previous Hunter the Reckoning stuff. I have luckily gotten to read the new book, and I gotta say, it's my favorite thing that I've read in the World of Darkness universe.
That's
It's
amazing.
just got, yeah, it's something that I've really identified with personally because I really like sort of the journey from nothing to something, and that is what I get from this book.
So, just to give people a little bit of a teaser, what were your favorite parts of the Hunter the Reckoning book, and how would you like to play? Maybe we can start with this sort of angle.
So I love how there's different drives,
Mm-hmm.
essentially. I don't want to give away too much, but basically with Hunter, you have an internal reason for why you are pushing against the occult. And they vary widely. So hunters can have conflict with each other, they could have different ideologies, and it all just stems from that sort of moment that they realized, hang on, there's something else in this world. And I think that I really like sort of the subtle approach to being a hunter. I love how, and you'll see more about this with our content drop that we have planned today. We have a little preview, but there's a portion of the book that explains the hunt essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And that was probably my favorite part of the book because it really explains how it's not quite what I thought. Going into it at face value, I thought, okay, hunter, maybe it's just, humans kind of going around just taking out hordes of undead, but that's
Yes.
not it at all. It's very much a detective investigation, very careful, meticulous steps to make sure that they are ready to approach their prey. And that part of the book was very interesting to me.
Yeah, there's even this nice little pie chart in the book, which explains the amount of time being spent on an investigation, the amount of actually being dealing with the monster directly, and that
Yes.
dealing with the monster portion is very small, right?
Yes, very
Yeah,
small.
we did mention some content drops. Do you want to tell us what exactly is dropping today?
Yes. So today, at the end of the stream, we are going to be putting out a teaser for Hunter. As we all know, it's coming out next month, June 22nd. But we want to start showing you guys some stuff today because this book is really, really awesome. So we're going to be putting out a fillable PDF Hunter character sheet. So you can get in there, start messing around with it, figure out exactly what you need to do to put into your characters. Of course, it's going to be a little out of context because we won't have the book quite yet, but it'll give you an idea for some of the stuff that's going to go into these characters. And then also, we're going to be releasing a core book preview featuring the hunt, the portion that Martina and I were just talking about. And you'll get to see that pie chart that we referenced. And this whole section really just details pretty much what you'll experience in your chronicles and the bulk of this narrative, which is really cool. Like I said, this is one of my favorite parts of the book. So I'm excited for you guys to see it.
That's great. And yeah, this month we're going to share a lot of Hunter things, and we're going to share them both from World of Darkness site and from your site as Renegade Games Publishing. And I want to mention about today. Right now, you can check out on worldofdarkness.com the dev blog from Justin Achille, which details that particular part of the book, a little bit more about despair, which is a new thing that we are going to talk about in Hunter. And afterwards, you will be able to go to Renegade site to get the full preview. So I hope that you will enjoy that. What more is awaiting us this month, Jordan?
So this month we're going to be putting out more teasers as it goes on. We have a few planned, so keep tuning in on each week for different teasers. And like you said, you can always go over to our website to access these. You can go over to renegadegamestudios.com/hunter, and we
Mm-hmm.
have a landing page that will be updated throughout the month with all the different previews. And this landing page will also be used for something else after the book releases, which we'll be talking about today as well.
Ooh, so is it fair to say that we are going to experience the Hunter month?
Yes, it is fair to say. So at Renegade, we always like to put out more and more and more when we're done with a product, because we're actually never done with a product. So
Mm-hmm.
the game will be releasing, and thereafter, we will be putting out weekly content drops starting on June 29th. These content drops will happen on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. PST. And these content drops will range from useful tools to enrich your table experience to just hunter relevant goodies. And I don't want to give away too much about what these content drops will be, but essentially they're going to be support for the game, things to keep you engaged with it, cool ways to get you playing. And also, we'll be running some events on our Discord server, so you can always head over there if you want to join in on those.
That sounds great. And of course, we're going to join the fun with a lot of things that you might have seen for Vampire the Masquerade already. I know that you've been following World of Darkness stories and mood boards that we have on the Pinterest. Well, all I
Yeah.
can say is that there are going to be more drops along these lines. Well, we are talking about the content drops, but of course, our audience is waiting for the big drop. Hunter the Reckoning. When can we expect the book?
So the book is coming out June 22nd. We're almost there, about one more month. But we are, like I said, going to be putting out previews throughout this whole month of May. So I think now is really the time to start celebrating. Of course, the book isn't going to be out for about another month, as I said, but we're going to be starting to see some stuff starting today. So at the end of this stream, 9 a.m. PST, you can head over to that landing page, renegadegamestudios.com/hunter, and you'll be able to see all that stuff that we mentioned for that first sort of teaser today.
That's amazing. And if you want to get previous previews, we also have them on worlddarkness.com under account section. You can check out some already released smaller portions of Hunter that we've released a while ago. And of course, there's way more to come. Jordan, where can
Yeah.
we follow you in order to get to know more about your work?
So you guys can follow me. I'm always over on our Discord server. I'm always also on the Facebook page. We have a bunch of different groups as well. I think the best place though is going to be our Discord server. That's sort of my home where I'm at all day. So if you'd like to come over there, like I said, we're going to be running events through Hunter Month.
Mhm.
I don't want to give away too much about what that'll look like, but I can hint at them. There'll be really cool ways to engage with the book and ways to share your own creativity.
That's perfect. Do you have a vanity link for your Discord so you can give it to your fans? Or how can they find the Discord server?
Yeah, absolutely. The best way to find our Discord server is just head over to our website. You can
Mhm.
go to the community section. There's a tab right at the top, and it'll have all of our handles on it. Discord will be the first one there.
That's perfect. All right, I'll see you there, and I cannot wait for more Hunter drops. And for everyone who wants to check them out,
Yeah,
go to
me
the
too.
landing page on the Renegade website for more after the stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was Jordan from Renegade, and if you want to check out the previews of Hunter, the dev blog, you can go to worldofdarkness.com and see the newest blog post. It is going to be pinned on the very top of the website, where you have not only the character sheet to download, check it out, but also a dev blog which gives it a lot more context. If you want to get to know a little bit more about what is on this sheet, what does it mean, I truly recommend to check out the dev blog from Justin Achille. You can check out the materials that we've just shared both on World of Darkness website and on the Renegade Game Studios website as well as the preview of the book, which is also shared today. We are going to share more. As Jordan said, there's going to be a plenty of occasions to jump into Hunter and try to get a little bit more glimpses of what Hunter is all about if you haven't played it just yet. Or if you played it, how is the Hunter different from the previous editions? I really hope that you will enjoy it, and once the book is out, please do let us know how much you like it, or if you don't like something. I would really like to know and see how this book is to your liking. Of course, this is bringing Hunter to the new edition, so there are some differences. We did talk already about the fact that the new Hunter the Reckoning edition does not feature the imbued, and as much as some hunters do operate within the matter of supernatural, most of them are just regular humans, or actually regular humans that become not very much regular humans because of their drive and what drives them to hunt monsters. We did shared some previous blog posts about it. I will be sharing them below the YouTube video if you're watching us on YouTube right now. And if you watch us on Twitch, do check out worldofdarkness.com for more of that. And in the meantime, let's check out video game news. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodhunt has released its launch learnings from Sharkmob, the developer. So the launch, of course, happened 2 weeks ago. We were very happy with the launch and with the sentiment about it, the players' sentiment, reviews as well, and a lot of people just being super happy about how the game looks, because of course Sharkmob has given their all in terms of the graphic quality, making sure that the game is smooth and works really nicely. But as with all multiplayer games, there are learnings to drive, especially from right after the launch, about the balance, about what people want more, what people want less. So the newest blog post, the dev diary that they've posted on bloodhunt.com, goes very in depth into all of that. You can check out not only their path to launching duos, and actually how difficult it is to add game modes, which might seem simple from the player perspective. Like, just make sure to cut one player from the trios and add it, right? So there's a lot of things that go into that, and developers describe what is the process. And then they also go on to the fixes, the survey that was made, and what people were asking for, as well as the ranked mode. So the ranked mode is something that is currently on the mouths of many competitive Bloodhunt players that want to compete with the best. And of course, ranked mode from the beginning of the release had some issues with the very top brackets. People who are the best, the Obsidian players, for example, the gold players, had issues finding matches in a very quick span of time, because not a lot of players got to that point yet. They were still, in bronze, they were still in lower ranks. So the queue times for best players started to get way longer, just because there were not enough players to fill them. And Bloodhunt developers made sure that the brackets were a little bit loosened, so you can play with more players right now, in order to make sure that the queues are going to work better. They also did already some fixes for the PlayStation players that, for example, don't want to play ranked with the PC players, thinking that there is some difference in between playing on the mouse and keyboard and the controller. Developers are looking into that, making sure that the controller experience is going to be competitive against PC, and making sure that everyone on all the platforms is going to enjoy the game. I really like how open and transparent they are with the changes they make in the game. I'm sure if you are sticking to Bloodhunt mode, you might not see how much is being changed and how much is being added, but for those players, the ones that want to be competitive in the game, want to play in ranked, these news are important for you. There's a lot of things that they talk about this particular mode in the devlog. So do check it out on bloodhunt.com, and tune into developers on Twitter as well. They're tweeting a lot, giving a lot of the live updates from the game. And of course, they are reading people's opinions. So if you have an opinion about the game, the modes, there are also surveys done pretty often, so you can take part of it to decide what is the future of a particular mode, of how to approach ranks, how to approach queues, matchmaking. Bloodhunt developers very often use the customer experience and customer opinions in order to change things in the game. So kudos to Sharkmob for doing that, and I really hope that you will enjoy Bloodhunt more and more as the time goes. We are super happy with the launch so far. There are tons of people playing Bloodhunt all across the world and all across the platforms, so I hope this is only going to continue. And also congratulations to Sharkmob for yet another peak of the players on Steam last weekend. 29,000 1,000 people were playing Bloodhunt at once on Steam only. So that's great. And yeah, enjoy Bloodhunt. Of course, it's free, so you can jump in anytime. If you are only in for the lore, there's a lot of lore of Vampire the Masquerade and a lot of stuff in the game that you can find. And in Bloodhunt mode now being way more forgiving with the respawns, I'm sure you can find a lot of that stuff in-game. Alright, so let's talk a little bit more about the single-player experience. And we do actually have one more Bloodhunt news for you, a pretty last-minute one, but something that is definitely worth waiting for this Saturday, a huge charity stream happening. But let me give a microphone to Sharkmob for a second.
I hereby address all of you, kindred. The time has come for you to fight for a cause that matters. Gather your herd and prepare. Only the strongest shall rule the night. Let the blood hunt for charity begin.
Next week, we are celebrating the release of Vampire the Masquerade Swansong, the single-player RPG narrative game that is inspired by The Council, a little bit by Detroit Become Human. You can basically expect this exploratory narrative experience with a lot of choices. And these choices are highlighted very nicely in the latest interactive video on Swansong. You can check it out on the Nakon's YouTube channel. So how it works is if you watch the video, you will see a part of the game, and at the end you can choose few things, like one of the two outcomes, in order to see what happens next. You can play it a few times to see what are the different ways of what can happen. But of course, disclaimer, this is a spoiler from the game, from the pre-early chapter, but it is a sequence which you will be able to find in Swansong. So if you want to avoid spoilers like this, I recommend to skip this one. But if you want to know what is the difference in various ways you will play Swansong based on this one scene, then I really recommend to check it out. Swansong is going to release just next week, so I really hope that if you want to pre-order the game, just jump on the pre-order platform very quickly, just because it's going to end next week. And if you did not pre-order, don't want to pre-order, just check out the reviews after the game releases and let us know if you enjoyed the game yourself, if you get it. I would love to get your feedback. We of course have a VTM Swansong channel on our Discord, discord.gg/World of Darkness, where you can share your opinions, speculations, and ask other players about what they think about the game once it releases. So yeah, I really hope that you will enjoy this one as well. Bloodhunt so far had really good launch. We really hope for the similar thing for Swansong, and I will be here with you next week to talk a little bit more about other news and to celebrate Swansong release. In the meantime, we're going to jump into Vamily Spotlight with Hadi and talk a little bit more about community creations. Hello, Hadi! Do you hear me well?
I hear you.
Perfect. So today's board is all except for one link which I've added. Your fault.
So, I didn't even see you add. Oh yeah, I see now. I see what you added.
I added because I was, of course, I watched way too many clips from Bloodhunt. And
same.
This one was one of my favorites that I've seen. So we're going to watch it later on.
Okay.
But let's start from the top left. What's there?
Well, here we have a Toreador. Isn't it so funny how beautiful you are when you're walking out the door, which is such a Toreador thing to say, by Art of Sam.
That's just so gorgeous. I love the watercolors used. It's just so beautiful, and the colors are so pretty.
Only you would know that it's watercolor. I was just like, oh, look, they sketched it, obviously.
Not only me, but it's really gorgeous. It looks beautiful, and I love how the blood spills for the colors. It just looks so good. Art of Same. I'm definitely going to follow them more. Do they do more stuff in this style?
They do.
Awesome. Looks very cool. What about Rowan's Rose?
Rowan's Rose. If crazy equals genius, then I'm a fucking arsonist. Tremere Regent Nathaniel Allister from our VTM Sin City game.
I wouldn't guess it's a Tremere, but now that
Me neither.
Yeah, but now that I know it, then it makes complete sense. Just, putting it out there, from all of the players I've played, and of course the characters I've played with, usually the ones that are very much relying on their hotness are Tremere.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I
It's
can
very
see a
often.
Tremere as like the crazy genius person who thinks that they're so crazy they're a genius.
But when it comes to these outfits, I gotta say, usually the Tremere characters I met in the game, they wear this stuff.
Mesh tops? All your
Yes.
Tremeres wear mesh tops, is what you're saying?
It's just like they like to be revealing sometimes. They like to be like, you know what? We're going to lure them in and then we're going to use them for the magic rituals. So this works perfectly.
Lure them in with the body, and then comes the blood magic.
Exactly. So it always has this kind of like a nefarious reason.
Why not?
All right. What about Magpie Atelier?
This is Mademoiselle Beatrice Moritz, Prince of St. Louis, and her Sheriff Sylvia Taylor, Venture and Gangrel respectively. I believe in Vamp Lady supremacy, as do
Aw,
I.
that's so cute. And I love how, that this gangrel will do everything for the
Mhm.
prince.
Yep.
Just the
And
press.
it's so happy. It's just such a happy, looks like such a happy-go-lucky character.
It's not a very like nice job to have from all of the
Mhm.
jobs you can have in the vampire world, but I guess this character just really enjoys it.
Maybe, you gotta love what you do, right? You gotta love your work.
So now question, do you think LaCroix Sheriff was enjoying his work, his job?
Oh, yeah,
You think so?
for sure. I don't think I've ever seen a sheriff like their job more.
Okay. Is it because they like the job or they like the prince?
I think the prince likes the sheriff, put it that way.
Okay. We're going to leave it at that. Do not Google fan art about these two. I dare you, do not do that.
Or do.
Or do.
We're not your boss. You can if you want to.
It's your responsibility if you do.
Correct.
Okay, Zero Tagen.
Okay, so this is two Toreador and a Bruja redraw with some characters from my game. Ever since I saw this picture, all that I want to do is recreate this somehow in a game that I run. So obviously we have the Bruja who they've gone through some sort of encounter. They're covered in blood and they have to reach from the back seat to drive while the two Toreador are making out. And I can't really think about anything else since I've seen it.
I just noticed that he's reaching from the back seat.
Yep.
This is amazing. Also, I am going to say a controversial thing, but what about Bruja is being one of the two in the kiss, and the guy in the back is a Toreador?
I mean, I would love that, but I think it's those two Toreador and the Bruja.
That's true.
That's there's something about two Toreador in love, right?
Yeah, it's messy and it's
Yeah.
like it never ends well. Also, I appreciate the commitment to kiss while wearing glasses. It's
Oh yeah.
like it's a commitment to the style because it is not comfortable.
Nope.
But
As a glasses wearer, no, it's not.
no, but these two are just like, yeah, we're going for it because we want
Yep.
to look cool.
Even though one of them should obviously be driving.
Yes, love this. I really want to know what's the background of the story. What happened there?
Me too. Me too.
What is? Oh my God, fun film reel.
Yes. Okay. So this is from the Perth LARP, the Perth Western Australia LARP,
Mhm.
which is run by Rookie Jr. or Reggie, plays Reggie in Exeter by Night, a member of the Vamily.
Oh yeah.
And the members of the LARP or the contributors of the LARP made this fan reel after the LARP was over.
Let's check it out. That sounds super cool. Getting a little bit. Following is fan-made work. Portions of the materials are the copyrights and trademarks of artists.
Seems surreal now. It still feels really crazy. Do you really think that we're at peace now?
Wow. This is some high action LARP.
Hmm.
I wonder what. Do you know any? Do you have any info about what was the plot about there?
No, actually, I don't. I actually was talking to Rookie Junior, who runs the LARP, and just wanted to share with me this cool trailer. And I was like, this is amazing. Fortunately, there's a 15-hour time difference, so having like a long conversation with someone from Australia is difficult sometimes.
Yeah, it is. That's true. But that looked like, of course, Camarilla-driven LARP, which had some big betrayals happening on the top. Like that's what I got from the trailer. So I wonder if
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah. It seems to be very like highly intensive.
Mhm.
But I know I've talked to Rookie Junior a bunch of times, and they are very well known in the community for running a lot of consent based, and the players have a really good time.
That sounds super cool. And also the beginning, especially of this reel, give me Swansong vibes. Actually, there's like the
Yeah,
Swansong conspiration investigation, something like
might have been inspired, maybe.
yeah, the politicking. Like it really. I think like once you will play Swansong next week, definitely people will know what I'm aiming at. So, by the way, can't wait. All right.
I know the 19th seems so far.
Yes, it does. What about Alba?
Okay, so of course I saw this on Twitter. And it just says Bruja anger, and that's really all you need to say.
Yep.
And members of the family just get it.
Yes, and also I love how it's a smaller character that maybe doesn't have that much physical prowess.
I know.
Over like naturally over the other person. But then if you add potence to this combination,
Yep.
you just better run.
Yep, it reminds me very much of Annabelle from Ellie Benite.
Yeah, and I love the style. It's really really cool drawing. Looks beautiful. The expressions are so nice.
And of course, the Anarch symbol on the back is a nice touch.
Oh yeah, that's true. I haven't actually noticed that. All right.
Or
what about
the Bruja symbol?
The Bruja symbol. Yes. Fia with the mood boards.
So we have the Panders and the Duskborn, probably the last mood boards I will make for V5 unless I end up doing alternate takes. Thank you for your support. And I'm so happy that they came out with these. They shared them with me before they published them. And every mood board they've made has been completely inspired. It inspires me and the NPCs I make and the characters that I want to make. It's beautiful.
This is great. And I remember how much I struggled, especially with K-Divs when I was making the mood boards for them and trying to make sure that, there are, I think here it's a very cool mix because some of them just, showcase vampirism as a whole and some being an outcast and being just, out of the group. So I think it all works really well. And Finnbloods are just super cool. Like I love Finnbloods.
Yeah. Well, that's great to pair them together, just because they're completely different and yet have so much in common.
That is true. Outcasts, and not accepted in the regular kindred society, usually
they're different than the other kindred,
trying to hide among them. And I love how the main picture for K-Divs is, the night picture, and the main picture for Finnblood is a day picture.
I know.
So good.
Very inspired.
Please do check out Fia's other mood boards because they have some amazing clan mood boards for, in general, all of the clans. So, looks super cool. And this one I've seen, and I was like, wow, it's such a good idea. Can you read it out?
Yes. The Four-Eyed Samitsi Witch. This particular one believes eyes to be the windows into the soul. Currently might be my best. And this is by, I have to zoom in a little bit. This is by Soikyan?
Sukyan, I guess.
And this is by a Samitsi Witch. I assume they mean a Samitsi with blood sorcery, which goals. That's a goal of mine now, is to make a Samitsi with blood sorcery.
This is super cool. And I love the all the alterations that you can see that are clearly, caused by the vicissitude. Hadi, if you were to have vicissitude and you could add anything supernatural and weird to your body, what it would be?
Oh, I would probably have. Wait. I have something for this. I would probably elongate myself. I would like to be very, very tall.
Like super, like Kiasid's type,
like
Slender Man.
Like Slender Man tall. I would like to be just, maybe keep it under 7 feet, just so it's not so out of the ordinary, but very tall and slender, really long fingers, just very otherworldly looking.
Amazing. That sounds so good.
What would you do?
I would add myself a tail. I would have a
Really? Why? I have to
tail.
know why. I need to know why.
I don't know. I always found tails like maybe like a rat tail or something. Like
Amazing.
when I used to roleplay D&D, I very often was just playing a character with a tail just because tails are cool. So I guess I would have a tail.
Amazing.
And then when I was little, I was always like pretending I had a tail, so I would just stuck like a sock in my pants and just like run around the house.
That's adorable.
Yeah, like a rat tail. I think that'd be cool. So you can still hide it if you really need to, but yeah.
Right. Before you move on to the next picture, though, you missed one short thing by Matt Webb.
Oh, that's true. I did. Unreliable narrator. Let me check it out.
Nice
The
argument,
shorts where you
Senator.
have
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
You know what? This is the kind of a storyteller or player of VTM that I love.
Mhm.
Just because, like, okay, there is canon, there is main lore, there are books. It's great. You can ignore them. It's fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you know, if it fits your story, if you want to just alter something, just go for it. And I like that Matt is very often embracing this.
Yes.
That was great. I really recommend Matt on TikTok just because not only does he have these cool, funny videos, but also a lot of explanations of the lore, which are super like quick and snappy, so you can quickly just dive in. And
And he doesn't just talk about Vampire the Masquerade. He talks about other stuff in the World of Darkness too.
yeah, absolutely. So I recommend to check it out. All right, we have Vast Effect.
Hmm. How beautiful, before we even read it, how beautiful is this picture?
It is so gorgeous, so
Yeah.
good. The edit is so nice. I love that, like, two perspectives. It's kind of like movie-like. It's beautiful.
Hmm. So on the left, we have the Scourge Ventru, which is Vast Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And on the right, we have Paradoxington, who is the Ventru Seneschal. And the text is, "Are you ready for your punishment, Philostrate?" This is obviously them participating in a LARP or taking pictures before the LARP or after the LARP. And the idea of the Scourge having to go after the Seneschal for something that they did,
Mm-hmm.
again, makes me go, I gotta put this in a game I run at some point.
Yeah, not only a great idea, but also there's definitely some really cool tension between these two characters. I'm not
Sexy
saying
tension.
yeah, I just wanted to allude to that. It's like, you know, yeah, I'm about to kill you, but also, damn, this is a
Yeah.
cool moment. Let's prolong this a little bit more by looking into each other's eyes.
And we're totally not gonna kiss.
Totally, no, absolutely. Love it. And super cool lighting as well.
Yeah.
Love the colors. All right, what is happening in the world of Storyteller's Vault this week?
Okay, so this is a brand new Storyteller's Vault source book.
Yep.
Called A Place to Call Home. And this has sort of been a theme that we've been running with, of just expanding on backgrounds. There seems to be a lot of people who want to be able to incorporate their backgrounds and merits, if you're a thin blood, into their story. And I think that's great.
Yeah.
I love taking a look at my players' backgrounds and trying to just find something where then I can put it into the story, even if it's something minor. And one of those things, of course, could be your haven.
Yeah, this sounds great. And yeah, we had like, I think 2 weeks in a row, these really cool supplemental materials, which basically expands your ability to choose things at character creation, or when you expand things in character. And this is one of them. I feel like this would be a really nice thing to do, maybe for coteries that try to have like joint havens and just need more ideas. I always thought that, you know, building a haven within a coterie is just a lot of work, and book provides you with very little information that, of course, you can build up from. But having like ready-made stuff like this is definitely super helpful.
Yeah, I agree, because you know me, I'm like a person who, like, you know, overthinks every detail. But I have some players who just throw that down and just go, let's just figure it out in game. They don't, you know, want to worry about that. They just want to worry about their character. That's totally valid and fine.
Yeah. Also, huge thanks to all of the Storyteller Vault developers that are making these, David Gibson and all of the ones we featured previously and all the ones we haven't featured just yet. These are super helpful, and they really build up stuff from the table, and this is exactly what Storyteller's Vault is for,
Yes.
to allow people to make these and help others at the tables. It's super cool. All right. What is happening in the world of LA by night as we await New York by night to come to expand this section?
Yes. Well, of course, as always, Tumblr's having their hot takes, which, is one of my favorite things to read every week. Haven't posted about Jasper in a while. I am still madly in love with that funky Nosferatu, just in case y'all were wondering.
I was wondering.
Oh, how I miss LA by night. I mean, it's not like I got a tattoo for it. If you remember, Nimble Lizard is the one that got the mace and the oh no, I can't remember the line anymore.
I know which
the
one.
wrath of God falls heaviest on the faithful.
We did feature that. I think they were even asking on the Tumblr about which one to use, right?
Correct. And that this is the same person.
That's awesome. I mean, we are all still madly in love with that funky Nosferatu. So, What about Ima fucked up little guy?
We've also featured them before for their hot vampire LA by night takes. So Adrian Claremont makes me so crazy, tearing up my couch right now. Hashtag Brendan Lee Mulligan. This is not a joke, by the way. I mean, same. It's crazy. Okay, so season 5 was the introduction of Brendan Lee Mulligan as Adrian, the Second Inquisition agent, the former priest, and the amount of people that just went crazy over it, and the amount of people that just absolutely love him and want more TikToks of him on the TikTok channel is amazing.
Yep. Currently, we've evolved on TikTok from, Jasper talk overtaking everything to Taliesin talk, as well as Brennan talk. I think all of these are just, there's a lot of people that, let's say, appreciate good role players on TikTok.
Yep.
Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of Jasper, we have a really cool thing from Kaluna of the Grey.
Delving into a bit of digital art. So I've started to watch Vampire the Masquerade LA by Night, which just reading that sentence makes me so happy.
Yes.
And it's been consuming my brain almost entirely, so I had to turn it into art somehow, and you can bet I'll be drawing more Vampire the Masquerade related stuff. Plus, Jasper has very quickly become my favorite character, so here he is. I love his dynamic with Annabelle a lot, and he's just overall very funny and such an interesting character.
That's adorable. Also love the just usage of black and white, and suddenly you have it's Jasper.
Yeah, it's very simple, but you know immediately who it is.
Yes, really cool stuff. Good job, Kaluna. All right, let's check out what's happening in the world of Bloodhunt.
So much.
I know. So we've been talking today about the news from the developers, but there's a lot of stuff going on social media. People sharing opinions about their favorite modes or modes that they don't like so much, and things that they encounter in the game. Please do post things like this on social media so Bloodhunt developers can see them, because they are fixing the game on the go based on the community feedback. So let's check out PR Nino. Make this.
I'm not sure if there's, before you watch it, if there's text in it, but the text on the description was that they were saved by a prowler. And I wanted to show you this video because this sort of thing happens in game a lot. At least it happens with me since I've just started playing.
Yeah.
Please watch it first.
Wait, I have noticed the prowler. Let me just see very quickly.
I don't think it is a prowler, but that's what they said. I just wanted to title it that way.
This is so cool, though. It's a really cool kill. Also, they got some achievement progress in the meantime. Nice. And the other person had Scourge Blades, so good job.
So I did want to talk to you about certain things that I've noticed is that there are players who just absolutely don't use melee.
Yes.
I've noticed they rely only on guns, and then players who really enjoy the melee, and it seems to be either or and nothing in between.
Yeah, I mean, I try to do both, but once I get purple melee, I just don't do anything else. I just want to
You just want to use the Scourge Blades?
Yes, I just want to use Scourge Blades or Katana because they're just so good. So I have find it also, this is something I need to train is switching weapons, because I always stick to one, and then switching always takes time. So that's usually my weak spot.
Right.
The Fangs fan art is exactly what I wanted to post here. So thank you for doing it first.
You can read it if you like.
Yes, I wish everyone who interrupted my Diableries in Bloodhunt a very pleasant gift, my fucking katana back. And I love the tattoo, which is the version of the tattoo from the game, and
Yes.
the outfit is perfect. And also, I love it in the Bloodhunt mode, the casual mode of the solos, that you can respawn and you can get your katana back. And that's
It is so helpful.
It's so good. And like when whoever kills me when I have a purple like melee on, I immediately go back and just wanna get it back. So revenge is to come. When you get down in Bloodhunt, just checking out this meme. Just wait.
But since you love memes, I thought you'd enjoy that.
I do, absolutely. It's a good one. And also
Found on Reddit.
Yes. What about It's Shia LaBeouf?
Shayla, but I stopped playing video games to do art homework, and all I could do was draw pictures of video games.
I know exactly which ones are you referencing in there, Shayla. They're gorgeous and really good job on getting the mood and the movement in them. I just immediately saw this on the right.
Yeah. Okay. So to be fair, Tumblr is absolutely just full of people sharing their characters, which is great. But it's so many of the different archetypes and their different outfits.
Yep.
But this one, amongst all of those, made me laugh so hard. Which of course it's so simple. Okay, Bloodhunt fucks. Can't even get mad when I die because this shit is so cool.
I love this. This is the review every developer wants to see, and it's way better than the top-rated review on Steam, which currently says only Morbius.
I know. I saw your tweet about that yesterday.
So I do prefer that. And on this, wasn't that a moving GIF that was actually opening?
It was, yeah.
Yes.
I tried to save the GIF from Tumblr, but I just couldn't.
Yeah, it's not easy, but
it kept failing.
Yeah, it's like GIFs are weird, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a heart locket, obviously, and it opens to Omnis, my beloved, and it's fun. Blighted Elf is the person who sort of alerted all of us to the Omnis thirst on Tumblr, and has continued to post Omnis stuff, which I appreciate.
It's gorgeous. Yep. All right, I will go with my
yes, please.
Last. I will start with yours, actually.
Oh, okay.
Donut Boy Troy.
This will make you laugh.
Okay, let's see.
I did not know this was in the game. Did you?
There's literally those two left, bro. Oh
where's the thing to revive you guys?
Over there.
Oh no, shark!
Can
Shark!
I get there in time?
What the f just happened? Man, what just happened?
Excuse me? I just died to a shark. Second place.
I'm looking at your stream again. Hold on.
I just died to a shark.
Yeah, it came out the water. It jumped like. Wow, that's crazy.
I did not know.
I love people getting sharked for the first time in their unlives. It's just it's everything, because everyone has the same reaction, which is just
it's the dumbfoundedness.
Yes,
that's so funny.
It's great. All right, and now the last clip is actually a really cool play. So I just wanted to show you, but no, pause. I'm going to put it on the full screen so you can see it.
I need to open it myself so I can see it.
Yes, let me just make sure that it fits on the screen so everyone can see what we're doing. All right, let's check it out from the beginning.
Wow.
It's insane.
Whoa.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
So good. Such a good game. Like, I love the jumping. Like, I've never thought about doing this when I'm in the tunnels.
No.
But it's such a good idea to avoid because you're such an easy shot when you are going through them. So I'm definitely going to do it more.
Yeah, and what's so funny is they sound like they're surprised that they're doing it themselves. They're like, yes. What am I doing?
Yes! So this is a strategy to copy now, and I'm going to try to do it myself when I am in the game.
I mean, that's like parkour.
Yes, and Hadi, I do hope I will be able to play a little bit with you this week.
I've only played in the trios or the groups once.
Yeah.
So I need to do more of that.
Absolutely. I am very much inviting you to a duo if you want to play. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think we went for everything, did we?
Yes, we did.
Perfect. Thank you for joining, and I hope you will enjoy Swansong next week.
I will. Thank
All
you.
right. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us this week, and do be ready for Swansong release next week. If you haven't played Bloodhunt yet and want to try, it is free on Steam. You can check it out, and on PlayStation 5 as well. And do check out the dev blog of Hunter, which is released now on worldofdarkness.com, together with the character sheets that you can check out. Thank you so much, and see you next week. Bye-bye.